What is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin Ducci. If you are new, thank you so much for clicking my video. Today we are doing an Aries inspired makeup look, and this is a whole series I'm gonna do with zodiac style makeup, but the first one was Aries, which I love because it's such a strong look to come out of the gate with. Definitely gives us that Aries powerful, confident energy. I love the way this turned out. It was so much fun to create, so I hope you stick with the video and enjoy. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. It would help me so much on my little tiny beauty channel here. I really appreciate it. And also come follow me on Instagram at Kate Landucci. It'll pop up here. There's a lot more beauty content in there as well that I'm posting almost every day on, so come check that out and enjoy the video. So before we start, this look is going to be my first zodiac style makeup because I love zodiac signs. I'm a Virgo personally, I think it's the best, obviously, but since we are in Aries season, I'm going to start with Aries, obviously. So the traits of an Aries are, let me read it because it'll give us a good idea of what the look is going to be. Loving, competitive, ambitious, passionate, confident, optimistic, extrovert, strong. So we're gonna try and emulate some of those adjectives in this makeup look, which I think is such a fun idea, and I'm excited to start with this one because my boyfriend actually is an Aries and he's behind the camera here. So I'm gonna start with a little skin prep. I'm gonna spray my face down with some facial spray, Mario Badescu. This is the Cucumber Green Tea spray before I do some primer. And the primer I'm gonna use is the Milk Hydro Grip. I always forget about this primer, I forget that I have it. I wore it the other night when I did my makeup to go out, and I forgot how good it is. It really makes your makeup last. So it's great for if you have like plans or an event, which we're not really doing events these days, but just something where you want your makeup to last a bit longer. It really does kind of allow your makeup to stick to this product. And I noticed too, if I put a little bit under my eyes, my concealer like doesn't crease at all. So it's pretty amazing for that. I'm also just gonna prep my lips a little bit with some Aquaphor, just because we are gonna do a red lip and I want them to be hydrated before we do all of that. Okay, for concealer, I'm gonna skip foundation today. Sometimes I just don't feel like wearing it. And if I'm doing a heavier kind of eye or like a lip or just a more like glam look, I want the skin to feel really, really natural to kind of offset that. So for concealer, I'm gonna use my NudeStix Cream Concealer in shade number 3. And I'm gonna place it in the areas that I need it or want to put it. Cover this little pimple that popped up today. And then I'm on a sponge kick, so I'm gonna use a sponge to blend this in. I feel like lately a sponge has been giving me like the most seamless application. Especially if I use a concealer like this that isn't as creamy as my RMS one. That one really kind of stays creamy and doesn't dry down, which I love because it doesn't dry your skin out. This one does dry down a little bit to like, I would say like a satiny finish. It's not matte or anything, but I feel like using a sponge, a wet sponge, really kind of breaks the product down, hydrates it a little bit, and blends it into my skin so it looks a lot more seamless than it would with just like a brush or my fingers. I'm gonna do a little cream concealer, or not cream concealer, I just have concealer on my mind. I love concealer. Do you see how much more even my skin looks just by doing that little bit of concealer? I just feel like it really changes your skin. You don't have to use a ton of product, a full face of makeup. A little bit of concealer goes a long way. So I'm like on a concealer kick these days. But for contour, I'm gonna use the Danessa Myricks Contour Balm Contour in light number 2, just to give my face some shape. I love this product. It's such a creamy but like thin formula. So it really just blends into your skin so seamlessly. I've been wearing this almost every day since I got it. I love it so much. So I'm gonna do the sides of my face, or right on my cheekbone and up. And then on my chin. Just to give my jawline some shape. I'm gonna do just one side so you can see the difference it makes just on one side versus the other. My nose, I'm gonna use the other side of my IT Cosmetics brush here and do my nose a little bit. I've been doing this a lot lately, which I don't normally do, but it's been really fun doing this. And below my bottom lip here. Sometimes I forget about this, but it really makes your lip look bigger if you put a little cream contour under here, because it creates a shadow under your lip, so it pushes it out a little bit. And you can see the difference between this side and this side, how much more shape this side has and how much lift it has versus this side. It's the magic of makeup. For brows, I'm going to use this Cosmetics brow cream. It's just a tinted brow gel. It's been my favorite new brow product. It is the easiest way to do your brows, honestly. And I find that because the wand is so tiny and flexible, you can really get into each hair and place it where you want it and lift it where you want it. And I just think that it works so well. It's the best brow gel I've tried, period. Which is a very, very strong statement to make, but I have been absolutely loving it. And this is in the shade, I think it's called Classic Brunette. Zoomed in for eyes, which is always the best part. I'm gonna use this really pretty cream eyeshadow color. It's called Sisal Cinnamon, and it's from a store called And Other Stories, but it's just a cream, kind of reddish bronze color, and it's so pretty. This formula is so amazing, but tons of brands make products like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start building out a wing with this color in lieu of like the Aries energy. I think red is such the perfect color for this look because it emulates that strength and that power and that confidence. Because red is not always the easiest thing to pull off, so I just think this is like total Aries energy plus a wing. I think is such a confident look. Even if you just do a black winged eyeliner, I think it just says something about you and who you are like as a person. So that's what we're going to start with, and then we're going to see where we're going to take the look, because I might add a couple more things to make it a little more interesting. So I'm going to take this like little dome shaped brush, dip into the color, and start building a wing with this color. And I want a more bold wing, so I'm gonna try and build the shape a little bit to get it where I want it, a little stronger than I would probably normally do. And I'm gonna take a smaller angled brush here and bring it closer into the corner of the eye. And then I'm also going to bring it down the lower lash line. So I'm loving this shape that we have for this wing. So I think I'm gonna grab this color here in my Too Faced, this is the Shake Your Palm Palms palette. It's a little mini palette. This color is called Suns Out, Buns Out. It's like a very burnt gold color. And I think I'm gonna start kind of smoking it out a little bit around the edges to create some more depth and ground it a little bit. This is a really, really tiny precision pencil brush. It's from Delium Tools and it's the 716 brush. So we're getting this kind of like fiery gradient, almost looks like a flame, which is cool. So I think I'm gonna just throw in this just for fun, for its and giggles. I'm gonna take out my ColourPop iluvsarahii palette, and I'm gonna pick up this orange color, which is called Euphoric. And I think I'm gonna start just kind of creating like a little halo of orange in the inner corner, just for something, make it a little more interesting since we're on this kind of like fiery kick. So I have the orange in there. So I think what I'm gonna do is grab first this color here, which is like a medium colored brown called, I think, it's hard with these palettes to know, I think it's Tough Coconut, and just kind of smoke the edge out here just so we have an even kind of grounded gradient of color. Oh, this is in my Too Faced Shake Your Pom Poms palette. Cute. And then for inner corner highlight, I'm gonna grab this color in here. It's just like a champagne highlighty color called Amrezy, and pop that on the inner corner. Cool. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye, put some mascara on, and we'll come back to finish off the face of our little Aries themed makeup. Okay, I feel like these eyes definitely scream Aries. It's like I feel like a little ram, which is what the whole idea is. Anyways, it's so cute. So I'm gonna move to blush. For blush, I'm gonna use this Cloud Paint, Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk, because it's super neutral. Because we are gonna do a red lip, which you definitely don't have to do a red lip with this look, but for the sake of the look, I'm gonna go for it. If you just wanted to do these eyes and wear like a nude lip, I think it would be very cute as well for like a going out look. So I put a little bit on the back of my hand, picking it up with my sponge, and I'm gonna stipple it onto my cheeks. And the skin is looking so good. That primer, I forgot how good that primer is. Like, there is, my under eyes and my skin, it makes your skin look flawless and airbrushed. So if you need a really good primer to lock your makeup in but not dry your skin out, especially for summertime, I cannot recommend that primer enough, the Milk Hydro Grip. I'm gonna buy a full size a bottle of it once my travel size runs out. And then I'm gonna do a little bit on the nose as well. For highlight, I'm gonna use an old favorite, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. I have so much of this product left. I can't get rid of it because I just refuse to get rid of this much product. It's super old though. But I'm gonna use it on this Fenty highlighter brush that I always forget that I have. It's like a little shark tooth brush. And I'm gonna work this onto my cheekbones. I also love highlight above my eyebrows. And of course, the nose. Just using very light pressure. For lips, I'm going to do red lip, like I said, 8,000 times. But I do want to outline my lips a little bit so they have a shape before the red lipstick goes on. So for that, I'm going to use the BareMinerals Freestyle lip pencil in, oh, it's called the Gen Nude lip pencil in Freestyle. And it's just a brown lip pencil. And this will give your lips, especially if you've got lips like mine that the pigment isn't super even, it'll give your lips a shape before any lipstick goes on. That's why I love lip liner so much. It gives my lips a shape because the color of mine is just so uneven. And I think it totally changes my face. So the nude we're gonna use is my, like, one of my favorite new, why am I saying nude? Red lipsticks that we're gonna use is the NARS Velvet Lip Pencil in Cruella. It's one of my all-time favorite lip colors. For a red lip, it's so comfortable, it's so easy to apply, it's easy to reapply, especially if you go out and you're eating and drinking. It's just such a glidey formula that isn't thick, and because it's a pencil, you can get it in like really precise where you want it, so can't recommend this enough. One last little detail I'm going to do before we are done is I'm going to use my eyebrow pencil to bring back some of my kind of like moles and beauty marks. I've been loving, I go through like phases of this. Sometimes I just leave them and let them be, but I feel like when it gets warmer out, I kind of like to bring out some of the freckly look and my moles and things. I just think it's a very summery, pretty look, and also I think it makes your skin look really approachable and healthy because it kind of will trick people into thinking you don't have any base makeup on. Even though we have very little base makeup on, there's just concealer, there's no foundation, I think it lets people know that like it's a more effortless look than it might be, because it's obviously very glam, but I think adding this detail makes it more approachable. So I'm just gonna use my eyebrow pencil. This is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim in Soft Brown, just to bring back some of my little moles that I have. And then add in some little freckles. I did a whole reel on this on my Instagram where you can see how I do this trick, so go check that out if you're interested. This is the final look. I definitely think it gives us major Aries energy. I think it's so fun. And even if you just, like I said, want to do this eye and leave the lip nude just for a more wearable look, you can. But in lieu of the idea, we went for it, and I think it came out so cute. I love the way the skin looks. This primer is insane. My skin up close looks poreless and flawless, where I leave my skin pretty natural most of the time and don't add powder or anything, and you know, you can see some creasing and I just tap it out, but there's absolutely nothing with this when I use this primer, so highly recommend. But this was so fun to create, and there's more to come. This is obviously the first of 12 looks I'm gonna do as the months go on, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.